Welcome to A Basic Introduction to Mechanical Ventilation. This is Chapter 2.10, Volume Modes of Ventilation. Volume mode ventilation is by far the most popular mode of ventilation in use today. This is because it guarantees a constant volume, which, when combined with a set rate, gives you a guaranteed minute ventilation. As you should recall, the combination of a tidal volume and frequency gives you your minute ventilation, which is a primary determinant of your carbon dioxide levels in your blood. As with all other forms of ventilation, when the patient triggers a breath, or in assist mode, or after a set period of time, if it's a control mode, the ventilator turns on the airflow. Now, in order to deliver a set volume, you simply calculate the flow rate of the air and multiply it by the time necessary to deliver the tidal volume. For example, at a flow rate of 60 liters per minute, in order to get a tidal volume of 500 milliliters, you would need to have an inspiratory time of 0.5 seconds. Once the target volume is reached, the ventilator turns off the flow of gas. The ventilator will then cycle into exhalation mode, usually once the entire tidal volume is delivered. Occasionally, the ventilator can be set to have a longer inspiratory time than the time necessary to deliver the entire tidal volume breath. On the pressure waveform, you would then actually also see the plateau pressure, as the airflow is zero during that time period. The main variables the user will set when setting a patient up on volume control ventilation is the tidal volume, the rate, and the PEEP. Advanced users may find it necessary to alter the flow rate and the inspiratory time, or i.e. ratio, but this is not usual. The user does not control the pressure that results from the set tidal volume, and this is dependent on the airway resistance and the lung compliance, as we've previously discussed with the equation of motion and the relationship between volume, pressure, and compliance. One last thing to note is the use of the term assist control. This usually refers to a volume control ventilation mode, but it is also imprecisely used occasionally with pressure control. Assist control itself doesn't specifically refer to a mode of ventilation, but is instead referring to the triggering, as we've discussed in a previous talk. Assist means that the breath was initiated by the patient, whereas control refers to the breath being initiated by the ventilator after a set period of time. Unfortunately, the nomenclature in mechanical ventilation is sometimes imprecise, and so as a rule of thumb, if you hear somebody referring to assist control ventilation, it usually means a volume control is the actual mode of ventilation being used. But if there seems to be something unusual, you should probably clarify that.